Hello and welcome. The travel season is upon us. Bags are being packed, itineraries being drawn, and so much more being done in advance to get that holiday right. But one essential thing that people often fail to pack is travel insurance. I am Nidhi Sinha, editor Outlook Money, and I have with me today Mr. Tapan Singhel, MD and CEO of Bajaj Allianz General Insurance, and today he'll talk about why it's a must to pack travel insurance when you're traveling abroad or even to a domestic destination, and what you should look into when you're buying such a policy. Welcome, Mr. Singhel, and let me start from the basics. So my first question is, what should one look at a travel insurance policy? Like, what are the features that one should look at when buying it?
First and foremost, Nidhi, why should we buy a travel policy? Let's start with that. No, I think features
Absolutely.
is easier part to talk about. So, let's say I'm going to some exotic location. We love to go to exotic locations, no? But we never think, and we should not think also that things go wrong. If things go wrong, where do we go? Do we know the hospitals? Do we know where to get ambulance? Do we even know what number to call? If we require emergency cash, can we get that? Or what do we do? Do we have a friend there? Do we have a relative there? We would actually get into a state of panic. We have no clue. No? We have nobody there. If you have an insurance policy, whatever policy you have, forget that. If you have an insurance policy, you can call them up. They have a network of hospitals. They have a network of people. They know where to take you. They know what suggestion to give you, what advice to give you. So I would actually buy a policy just because I would have a friend where I have no one. And it's that person's problem now to figure out how to help me out.
Yeah.
No? So you have policies which take care of helicopter evacuation. You have policies which take care of emergency cash if somebody's taken your cash away. No? You have policies reimburse the cost of getting a passport if things go wrong. You have policy for trip delay. You have policy for trip cancellation. You have a policy for So you have so many things.
Right.
Fair enough. You have policy for hospitalization. You have a policy for liability also. If because of you some third-party liability gets triggered.
Yeah.
You have so many covers. The point is that none of it should trigger. If it triggers and you have no policy, what do you do?
Yeah.
And how much does it cost? If your trip expense is 1 lakh rupees, your policy may actually cost you less than 1,000 rupees. No, it's actually so very interesting. So I actually pay that wherever I go because I'm actually ensuring that I have a friend. Wherever I am, if things go wrong, I know whom to call and and then to settle. Because that itself is a huge issue. So just think it from that perspective that if things go wrong, whom do I call? You have no answer, then take a health policy or an insurance policy or a travel policy, whatever you call it, and have that with you.
Right. So you were mentioning that there are so many elements to a travel insurance policy. So there is baggage insurance, there is like you mentioned, accident insurance, health insurance, all of those things, and cash. They can provide cash in emergency, etc. So usually what happens is people just buy a basic travel insurance policy. But according to you, what are the must features that one should include in a travel insurance policy when buying it, especially when they're taking a trip abroad?
You're asking this question to the wrong person. I buy everything.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Well, if I knew that this is the only thing that would happen to me, I only have that cover, so why restrict my cover? If I actually, as I told you, I buy because things go wrong, I should not be worried. So I ensure that I have a good health cover because it's expensive.
Yeah.
US is so expensive for treatment. Most European market also be. So if my cover falls short, it's going to be very, very expensive. So I take a full cover for my health. Liability also, I don't know who can sue me or what can go wrong, that I would take. I also take a trip delay, because the trips do get delayed. So if you have that, why should it not be? I take every bit of cover. And my view on insurance is that never try to see it as an expense. Always try to see it's my mental peace.
Okay.
And God forbid I should not require it. If I'm not requiring, somebody else is benefit from my money. Be happy with it. That's the way I buy insurance. And it's what component. I see it from a perspective that if my trip is costing 1 lakh rupees, how much does my insurance cost? If it costs 1,000 rupees, is 1% or no? Then why should I even bother about it. Like,
Right.
if I'm spending so much on feeling happy, why don't I spend some money for my mental peace? I think that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So you were talking about health insurance, and you were mentioning that the health costs are so high in US, and all of us know about that. But it's a very basic question
Yeah,
that I'm
please.
asking, that when you buy this health component in a travel insurance, so you may not have, it's not an older policy like we were talking about in
Pre-existing,
pre-existing diseases, etc. So waiting periods and all of that. So how does all that work, and what does one do to go around such problems in terms of
there are
complete
covers for
coverage?
pre-existing also.
Okay.
You buy that cover. That's why I say buy everything.
So comprehensive is
buy
the way.
mention that give me cover for pre-existing disease also. The insurance industry will give that to you.
Right. So these days, in fact, seniors are also traveling a lot. So do you have any specific suggestions for them?
As I said, for everybody, buy.
It's a comprehensive.
it's buy it. Well, what are you saving? Always think like this. That okay, if I don't buy a policy, how much am I saving? Even if you want to think like that, and you'll see it's insignificant.
Right.
If I buy a policy, then I have mental peace. I know whom to call if things go wrong. I know whom to ask for advice. Pay for that. Why even worry?
So don't just stick to that travel insurance that aggregators are giving you, but look at it and
ask
buy
for
comprehensive.
it.
And ask
today
for
too,
it.
you can just go online search or ask your friend or look at good companies. Go to the website or just leave a comment or just call the toll-free number. You have enough people giving you the right advice. But ask for the covers, read it once, understand in emergency what to do. Don't start looking at policy when emergency happens. So if they have a toll-free number, save it in your phone.
Yeah.
As your first one button. In emergency, you will require that one button thing, not start looking for documents where it is.
Yeah.
Save it on the phone. Figure that out. Always figure out if things go wrong, whom do I call? Check that out. Before you leave also, and be it on all the phones that you are carrying with you. I think that is very critical. And have a copy of the policy along with the passport, so that it's there with you. I think those are things that you should be
conscious about. Yeah, yeah.
And not just that somebody gives you a policy and things go wrong, then you start looking at it and then it's okay, this was not covered. But you bought the cheapest policy, the very basic cover. Then why are you feeling bad? About right now? Spend, as you've spent planning for months together on your trip. Spend
a
some
little
minutes
on this
together
for
planning your insurance policy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Singhel. That was a very helpful tip. Buy a comprehensive policy when you are going for travel insurance, and make sure you have all the relevant numbers, all the paperwork with you, so that you can actually make use of it when the situation arises. Thanks a lot, Mr. Singhel, for joining us, and thank you to you viewers as well, and see you soon.
Thank you.